Hello and welcome to our video presentation on the project of Introduction to Coordination of Distributed Applications. We are Group 6 and we have been working with distributing the computation of a mandelbrot fractal set amongst these different threads and computers. The setup for this video will be that you can see all of the group members, which is not me, on the left side on a Discord stream, and we will be running it through Hamachi server to make it go through the internet to the other computers, because we do not sit in the same room on the same servers or local internet. So I will start by starting the server, and as you can see right now, the server will generate the chunks that has to be calculated, but does not calculate it themselves. So we will need a client from one of our group members to connect to this server through the IP address. So that Jennifer will do now. Now, as you can see, Jennifer has started the client, and in a moment it will start generating the chunk and sending it back. Not generating, calculating the chunk and sending it back. As you can see, because of the internet, this will go very slow. So we would like to speed it up by connecting even more clients. So now Jonas and Fredrik will start connecting a bunch of clients to make this go way faster, which is the idea of distributing this mandelbrot set calculation. So now we have a bunch of clients connected, and I will start changing around the settings to showcase that we can change which information to be calculated by the servers. So I will change where we place the center, and you see it goes much faster now. I will change the number of iterations, as you see up here, to about 100. So they have to calculate 100 calculations for every pixel. And I will start trying to zoom in on a bit of an interesting point. You see now it's becoming more difficult because there's a lot more points with a lot more iterations. So I will do one more zoom in to find somewhere. Okay, so this is fine. The next thing I will do is to make this calculation extreme in order for us to view case that we can disconnect some of the clients, which will make us lose the information of the chunks. And then when the rest of the chunks are finished calculating, the server will automatically detect which chunks are missing and send it back. So in just a moment. Now someone tried to disconnect to make the chunks go away. I don't know if we made it this way. So these chunks have apparently gone away, and the server, as you see, filled it in again because it saw that it was not active. And we can see in our print statement that it has seen a non-active chunk and filled it back in. So if we just try to do that again, to make it one more try, someone disconnect their server, their client, I mean. And you see now some of the chunks are missing. Maybe if one, no, okay. So yeah, this is working. Now we will try to disconnect every client in order for us to no longer have any clients working. As you can see over here. And if I try to see, I'm not sure if every client is disconnected right now, I think so. So if I try to see, now we see that again, nothing is calculated, and we can now, without error, again add the clients to the server to start calculating. Now I see Jonas will turn on his Hamachi server to connecting again. And as you see, this works perfectly. Now, lastly, we will try to set up another server on one of the other group members and see that we can change the server that the client wants to compute their distribution for. So if Jonas starts another server, and then let's say Jennifer tries with her client and tries with some of his clients to connect to this server instead of mine. And it should be the same client which has just been connected to mine. So I see Jennifer has one here which is connected. So she will write in the IP address of the new server. Now I can try as well to close down my server and start a client to connect to Jonas's. Which is 2534.126. And now we see that he can also have his, and we can change between which server we want to calculate from. I can change it back to mine by clicking and choosing 25.52.144.121. And now we see someone else also change theirs to be on mine. So that way we can change around. Yeah, that was what we wanted to showcase for now. And then we have a bunch of controlling points, like controlling how many chunks we want to be calculated. And this is flowing quite naturally. And changing, as you saw, the iterations. And we can also change the hue shift if we want to do that, in order to make the coloring different if we want some special kind of hue shifting on the color. So yeah, this is our presentation, and thank you for watching. Now lastly, we forgot to showcase that we can actually send back the final image to the client so they can follow along what the server is doing. So I will just open a server again, as we have seen. Jonas have the only client working on it, and he will now showcase that he can get back this image to the client as it's working. Now you see he got this image, which was the last one I've updated, and when this is updating, it sends back only the final image information to the client. So yeah, that's just what we wanted to show lastly. Thank you for watching again.